Hello, everybody. This week has been interesting and challenging at the same time. Every day from last Thursday, I found myself saying, "Oh, Dorice, this is the last Thursday of the year. It's the last Saturday of the year." Today, I'm saying, when you're hearing this, "Oh, Dorice, it's the last Tuesday of the year." What do I mean? Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, it's the new high holidays for the Jewish people. And if you're Jewish or not Jewish, stick around because you may benefit something for your own life, okay? So the Jewish year starts Wednesday night, and the year is that we're celebrating since the creation of the world according to biblical times is 5,785, right? So forget for a second 2025 or 2024, think 5,785. Imagine that this is not only the last day of the year, but maybe even the last day. What would you want to get out of this day? What would be some of your learnings that you can take with you as you move forward? And may God willing, you will live to 120. But what will be the most important parts? And so I, of course, look at my Jewish sources, but I have these few lessons that I wanted to share with you as we move into a new phase. And for those of you who have been following me or listening sometimes just to the news, it has not been the easiest year for the Jewish people in the land of Israel and outside of the land of Israel, with anti-Semitism rising. And many times when I felt a little bit discouraged, and even after visiting Israel, this past year, it's been very difficult year. So the things that I've been learning that I think are the lessons when we say, "Oh, it's the last Thursday of the year, it's the last Tuesday of the year." Number one, treasure each day because it is the last day of whatever. How do you treasure something? You treat it with kindness. You think this is not repeating, so how can I make the best of that? Imagine if this was the mindset every day when we wake up. So I suggest that maybe it will. Treasure each day because you never know what the next year may bring, what the next day may bring, what the next hour may bring. So yes, it is the last Tuesday of the year. Treasure it. Treasure tomorrow, treasure the following day, treasure each day. That's the first lesson. Now, what's the second one? Rethink and contemplate what really matters to you most. As you treasure the day for what it is, ask yourself, what matters to me the most? And if it's a project that matters to you in a certain time, that's fine. Why? Ask yourself why. If it's people that matters to you right now the most, like myself, then call them and tell them. Tell them how you feel about them. And then maybe one of the lessons that I take is the idea of not being alone, but together. Because together brings with it a certain level of strength. And especially after October 7th, where there was such a chaos, and still is, in Israel and in the hearts of many Jewish people, being together with people strengthen you. And the biblical portion this week, that in the last Torah portion before the new year, is called Nitzavim, which means standing together. And it literally starts, you stand together, all of you, it says. So not you plural, but then all of you, the word. So why is that repetition? Because being together with other people is crucial to our stability, to our well-being. So Who is it that you want to be together with? And the word that is used in the Bible, which I find so beautiful, is the word Nitzavim. And Nitzavim, the word Natziv, Melach, was mentioned before in the book of Genesis with Lot's wife becoming a pillar of salt. Remember that story when she was a pillar of salt because she looked back? That word of the pillar is appearing in this week's Torah portion, just in a little vowel change, but it's the same root. And you know, if you heard me a while, roots are really important. So stand here, but not really stand. Be a pillar. Think about that. How does it make you feel when you stand up as a pillar? You stand proud. You stand with a mission. You are together with other people. You're not by yourself like Lot's wife. You're a group of Nitzavim, plural of the im, meaning more than one. So who is your pillar? Who are the people that you regard as the pillar in your life? And then what do you choose to do? Again, this Torah portion, and I'm looking, by the way, here because this is my, you see, I read it in Hebrew and in English. I try to make that my weekly connection. And I think it really helps me be better Dorice when I do that. But there is a beautiful sentence in this portion where it says, see, like to see. I gave you before today the life and good, death and bad. In other words, God is telling us that there is two concepts. There is a concept of good and the concept of bad and evil. And the concept of good is what brings you life. And the concept of bad is death. It's not good. Think of the thoughts in your mind, the things that you see around. What brings you life? Most of the time you will see that it's the good things. It's the gratitude. It's the good things that happen in life. It's when people lift you up. And then if you look around and see around what's going on, you will realize also that death is when you do something negative, bad. It's alive right now in politics. It's alive in the security in Israel. It's everywhere. So what is the message? That you are a pillar because God says you become a pillar. So you stand up. You stand up for the right thing. And maybe that's the message as we finish 5,784 and we're starting 5,785, is that you will become a pillar if you continue to choose life, choose good, be on that side of the equation. And I know all of us here, we are on the right side of equations. So for you all, I will conclude with a blessing. May a year with its curses diminish and a year with its blessing will begin and flourish. And that is my blessing for you, each and every one of you. May you have a healthy new year for those of you who are Jewish and celebrating it. And for those who are not and just want to have a good September on, October on to December and beyond, may it be a year full of goodness, of blessings, of fulfillment, for success, for happiness. Thank you, everybody. See you next time.